Kumacha Tanoroko, Anthony Sedi Sansuna, and work of Morocco to Intimidity, Wapiamon Tata Sinabi, Mohamed Kamara Timonakama, Kodia Kumacha Tanoroko, Mohamed Kamara da Posum Lotamua, Abranta Joseph Pablo, Abranta and Samba Ono Patrick Sheru, Harry Adabu, Ubento, Peter Midwalker, Wallet Suzeri, Inisam Eita, Abranta Batamwa, Omni Plus, Omita Terma, Kodia Kumacha Tanoroko, and from Generoso, Yet walk of Podia Nabanan Sinabi, walk of Morocco, Abranta Fanatis of Osho Sinabi, Bono Pantebra, Oko walk of Morocco, Muslim Sandra Kodia Kumacha Tanoroko, and Swen Trinity, Abranta and El Mati, El Benato, Amutenshaka, Ferrari, El Joe, Abranta Fano, El Ato, El Amin, and so El Chakanya Santoa, Ava Orana, El Butat, Ayub, Butat, Ayub, Ono Chakai, Mofit, El Muhammad, Bakasu, El Joseph Banka, and so El Chakai, Laminat, Laminat, El Gafa. Ono Chakai, Abranta and Experiment Asiki, Ono and Alban Danet Kama, 4.2 billion and Itanica, Burkina Faso striker, Ryan Twakeso, Bonuka Kodia Kumacha Tandawako, Abatama Payabon Tikitamita, Nasra Bininta Rotia, Niti Adifat A. Mohammed, Wasaboni Troyan Tuntantia, one of Morocco, Kodia Kumacha Tandawako, Fansra Morocco, among 20 JB. Gemron watching Europa in Camfrado. Gemron watching. I'm not doing Europa. Bonnie and Troy to one this should be a one and Zidabi. One about the area double. Wapimoni Amaba Tamane, who had done in Central America. Nanso, Patrick Morocco, Patrick Aya, Acheru, Acheru, Jabon, Bakoma, Inisa, Pablo, Inisa. What you want to get to? What Inisa, Okama, Wakabona from Mobile, and I want to get on the Zidabi. Nobody in there. It's what for the Yabutay City, Coracola, Dababa, Bonia Film, so whatever the Claudia Kumacha Tandoroko, I can't tell it to you, Ubeto, Nashrabi, the Ibonia Film of Rafi Plema Contino, whatever the Claudia Kumacha Tandoroko.
By Morocco. Fans loving the exchanges at this stage. Still going forward, deadly. Referee says the game should continue, much to the chagrin of the fans here. Asante Kotoko gather their lines. Once again, they come forward. Good ball control. They lay on the pass, looking for a shot on target. He lays on the cross to the right, and then it's drilled in. But over the line it goes. Yeah. Much appreciated by the fans.
Yeah, much appreciated by the fans. You can see the way Asante Kotoko has spread and play to the wings is very good to see, but they need to make sure they press. The final delivery from that cross was not accurate enough from Lord Amwa, but we'll be looking forward to see more.
So I win him Jumedia day and so I see a pretty fear hanging out. Say pretty boy thing. And it's the custom swire thing.
Yeah, because I have a gin to boy, they are to paint a pentifie.
It will be answer.
Top coat paint. Nip what the form. What the crabbing would be painted, sir. And we move, and you move, dear. Top coat paint.
It depends, Papa pass over.
And I don't notice Top coat paint, but I'm a age. It's your toy and in our hurry.
Top coat paints. We are heavy.
Top coat paint.
Technical stands are loving what Asante Kotoko is doing, and if they can get something out of the defense of Wydad, it's going to come from the direction from the right wing. They are seeing if they can get some weak link from the left-hand side of the Wydad defense. Asante Kotoko have a corner, and Wydad have some defense to do.
There's a corner kick advantage to the Porcupine Warriors. Karim Zito looks a bit worried. But here's the opportunity coming the way of the Porcupine Warriors. From the corner kick is swung in. Header from afar! Oh! That was close. That was close.
That should have been a goal for Asante Kotoko. And, you know, they have mastered a way of making goals out of set pieces. And this should have been a goal. The net was just begging for a tap in. And oh, that was a big chance missed there from Asante Kotoko. They should have been up.
Well, the first opportunity has gone a begging for the Porcupine Warriors as we get close to the first 10 minutes. Gone in the first half. It's still goalless here at the nation's Wembley. If you've just joined us, many thanks for doing that. Is Kumasi Asante Kotoko taking on Wydad Athletic Club as Kotoko come forward yet again. Crossing to the 18-yard box is a bit overhit, but still kept in play. Nicely done. Quick turn. Does not get the better of his marker though. Kotoko nearly fought back and claimed the pride.
Calmly done by Asante Kotoko. And there's going to turn defense to attack, but that was a good reading there from the Wydad player.
Giving the ball away too early, and that's a human block there. Referee saw that, and obviously will give the advantage to Wydad.
Yeah, that was experience being seen there from Nordin Amrabat. He knew that the defender of Asante Kotoko is going to rush on him. All he has to do is just have a lick on the ball and try to beat the defender. And Asante Kotoko defender is not going to allow him to pass him Samba O'Neal.
It's a charged atmosphere here at the Accra Sports Stadium. Samba O'Neal on guard duty, and a lot will depend on him anytime Kotoko is under the cush. Free kick advantage to the Moroccans. The swung in, and his goalkeeper Kamara to the rescue. Long ball forward, Kotoko on the offensive. They're using the flanks to the advantage this time around. Now the Moroccans looking very edgy at this stage.
Yeah, that was some surgeon run there from Inusa, but the idea was there, but his execution failed him there, allowing the Wydad defender to cover up and get the ball ease from him. As a result, he's been penalized. And Wydad have a free kick.
Early exchanges in the first half as the Moroccans line up a drive is blocked. Good recovery. Referee's whistle had already gone. That wouldn't have counted. But that was an opportunity and a big blast which went completely off target.
Yeah, you could see that from the Wydad team. They have started to get into their rhythm, and that was a quick 1-2 there from Wydad team to open up the defense of Asante Kotoko. It was way off target, and even was an infringement in the build-up play from that opportunity from Wydad, and Asante Kotoko will love to start from the back. Some good reading there from the Wydad team. Play on your screen there is Lodge. He's very, very straight and smart with his attacking prowess. That is Asante Kotoko would want to use the right hand side of the flanks. They have seen the weak link of the Wydad team and trying to exploit to see if they can get something out of that. Approaching 15 minutes and it's still goalless at Crossport Stadium.
Opportunity coming the way of Kotoko, but this time it's headed away safely over the line for a corner kick. The Moroccans looking good so far. The atmosphere is not as what they would have or what they would know in their home venue at the Stade Labi Zaouli in Casablanca. That's a 30,000 capacity stadium, but all the same, they are enjoying the ambience and they're looking very, very comfortable, at least in this first 15 minutes of the game. That's a long corner kick to the other end. The referee signals that the advantage will go to the other end, whilst the fans were appealing for a penalty.
Yeah, the fans want the referee to give a penalty to Asante Kotoko, but you know the referee knows what he's doing. Oh, the corner kick swung in there, and you can now understand why the fans wanted the referee to get penalty, but that was a good defending there from the Wydad team. Asante Kotoko will have another opportunity, and let's see what they can do with this corner.
It's a corner kick to Asante Kotoko, swinging from the far end of the field. Eludes everybody. Football control is swinging once again. Again, it's a bit too high. And the Moroccans have the easiest of task of getting themselves out of trouble. And there they go. This time it's going to be a quick counter on the right-hand side of attack. Through the middle they come. Goalkeeper is called upon and Kamara to the rescue.
Yeah, you could see that communication there from the defense to the goalkeeper Kamara. But you have Lodge also lurking around there, and any miscommunication, Lodge is going to pounce on it. Any loose ball is going to pounce on it, and Asante Kotoko needs to be careful with that communication. They always do at the back, but it is Wydad who still have the ball in possession, and let's see what they can do with this.
Cross it to the 18-yard box, and again, careful delivery of the clearance.
Yeah, that was some good clearance there from the defense of Asante Kotoko. There's some early incursions there from the Wydad team, and they'll be looking to see if they can get something out of the defense of Asante Kotoko. Look at that ball there, and that was a good reading there from Samba O'Neill. Asante Kotoko have some defending to do. Corner being done quickly there from Wydad.
It's a wasted effort by WAC of Morocco. They give the gauntlet back to Asante Kotoko. 40 pass. There's nobody there to finish off for the Moroccans. Careful recovery in defense by Kumasi Asante Kotoko, and they get themselves out of danger zone. Clearance not the best. It's an opportunity for a shot across goal, eventually cleared out. Solid defending by the Porcupine Warriors, but this is not a game that you can afford to take your eye off the ball, even for half a second.
Exactly. You know, that is some solid defending there from Asante Kotoko, but it seems that the rhythm that they started with this game in the first half has slowed down a bit, and that is not a good sign, giving the Wydad team that spaces to operate and have that possession ball they always want. I'm expecting Asante Kotoko to get back to that pacey nature they started with the first half and see if they can run at the defense of Wydad to see if they can get something out of them. We'll see the Wydad team very much comfortable to see the pace of this game be continue like this.
So far, so good for both sides. But Kumasi Asante Kotoko clearly showing their intentions early in the first half. Reorganize from the defense as they come forward. And for Kumasi Asante Kotoko, obviously, the two-time champions would want to show their stability in front of the Moroccans. Kotoko have done fairly well so far. Anytime they've had to battle the Moroccans, especially this team Wydad. Good ball control, sent all the way back to goalkeeper Kamara. Six matches played between these two sides. Kotoko have won 3. Wydad have just 1 win, and 2 of those pulsating battles have ended in draws. And so Kumasi Asante Kotoko obviously would want to establish a lot more superiority over their opponents, especially now that they have an opportunity in front of their fans here at the Accra Sports Stadium. They would have wished that this game was played at their dreaded home grounds of the Baba Yara Sports Stadium. And that was the late challenge.
Yeah, you know, that was some hustle there from the...
Yeah, and the faces of these fans says it all. They're sitting on tenterhooks.
Yeah.
They would want Kotoko to settle early enough in the game.
And that's what, if you're a Asante Kotoko fan, you're looking forward for a team to do. Done 21 minutes and still goalless.
Free kick it's on. They win a corner kick. Just before the free kick, I saw the upward move of Captain Samba O'Neill. He loves to join the attack when he's got the height advantage to play with.
Yeah. You know, he has the height, and anytime Asante Kotoko have a set piece, they need to throw in their big man so that they can also get something out of the defense of Wydad.
Kotoko, let's see what they can do from here. They've got space in front of them. There's a long ball to the near side. Samba goes up into the 18-yard box, but there's nobody chasing after that.
Yeah, I was expecting someone to just chase on to see if we can get something out of that header coming from Samba O'Neill, but there is a Wydad player down. See that long ball there. It's a strong header there from Samba O'Neill, but no one there to pounce on to see if they can get something of that. Easily done by the Wydad keeper.
Water break at this stage, 22 minutes gone in the first half. Thank you very much if you just joined us. It's Kotoko 0, Wydad Athletic Club 0. Confederation Cup. And for Kumasi Asante Kotoko, it's the second time of asking after chipping out Kwara United of Nigeria. Moroccans have men in front of them, beckoning for the attack. Lofty pass, but well read by the men in red. Deal with it calmly, and Kamara will initiate another attack for the Porcupine Warriors.
Yeah, gone by was that move there from Nordin Amrabat. Was expecting his colleague to chase on that ball, but he couldn't really read that well. Not too much to say from both sides. There is a player down. Player number 15 jersey, Lamirat.
That was a strong challenge there, and of course you need to match these Moroccans boot for boot because they are fast, they are slippery, and they are also quick on the counter attack. little bit of a complaint there. But so far it's been wonderful work from Hilary Adabo. Hubert Jehu has been trying to find ways of penetrating into the defense of the opponents. The support coming from Albert Amwa. (1987) was when these two teams first had a date, and that was in the African Club Championship in the second round. Wydad drew with Asante Kotoko 1-1 first leg in Casablanca, and on the return encounter, Kotoko beat Wydad by 2-0 to advance to the next stage of the competition. So strong, so tough, so solid has been those battles. This is an opportunity for Samba, Adabo and Co to have a word or two with the head coach. So will the Moroccans. Will also do same. But the fans will still wait to herald the first goal here at the Accra Sports Stadium. Instructions from the coach very, very necessary at this stage. Kamara has been solid in goal. But I'm sure these fans...
Playing for your country, easy. Scoring, easy. Avoiding injuries, easy. Winning, easy. But you know what be easy now? Kivo 4-in-1 Gary mix. Aye easy. It gets everything inside. Gary, creamer, sugar, roasted granules. Just add water, then sharp my soakings make ready.
With Samba. It's 26 minutes gone in the first half. No goal to either side here at the Accra Sports Stadium.
Short a water break. Both teams will have some pep talk from their technical side. Let's see what they can do with a pep talk they had.
Good ball control in the middle. Now Hilary Adabo and Co will move forward as Asante Kotoko search for opportunities coming in through the left. Goes round his marker. He was trying to create space for himself for the shot. That was not forthcoming. The Moroccans will take over as they try and come forward. Asante Kotoko will try to prevent them from getting into their own half. And that is how strong the superiority of the game has been in terms of the dominance of the Porcupine Warriors. No goal to either side as yet. But from what we've seen so far, promises to bring a lot more out of these two teams. Here come the Moroccans. Flick ball red. Asante Kotoko trying to keep the ball out of play. And eventually they win for themselves a throw-in.
I'm expecting to see the supplies coming into the direction of Albert Amwa. He's a player who has a lot to offer. He has pace, he has good control, and he has clinical finishing up front. I'm expecting the likes of Samba O'Neill, Hubert Jehu, and the likes to see the surgeon run from Albert Amwa and flick on and supply him with the balls. See if they can get something out of the defense of Wydad. Wydad who still have the ball, and they will be much appreciated enjoying some possession of the ball, but Kotoko, he tries to break free there, but the winner throwing. See what they can do with this.
Kotoko maintain their stature, they maintain their position, but then they give the ball away. The Moroccans will say thank you very much, trying the swift counter attack, but that wouldn't work. Kotoko has other ideas.
I love the 50-50 ball being won by Asante Kotoko, but he was trying. You can see the idea was there, but the execution and the accuracy of that pass was hit too hard from Lord Amoa.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. Lord Amoa had the idea all right. It was just too powerful, the pass. But again, crisscrossing the field, Lord Amoa, Hillary, Adabo, and of course, trying to create space in front of them. Peter Amidou cuts in as he can. And we've not seen the effectiveness of Albert. There's no Kwame Opoku in the team to deliver the goals. But certainly Kumasi Asante Kotoko have the men who would want to do justice to the game. And as we told you earlier on, lots of Moroccans here in the stands. They are here to support Wydad Athletic Club. They currently occupy the second position on their league log. And that's the Botolo, or the Botola Pro League in Morocco. 4 matches they've played, they've won 3 and drawn or drew 1. And so they are tough contenders this season. It's a wild boot for a clearance by the Porcupine Warriors, and Adabo comes in with a strong tackle. It's a free kick advantage to Asante Kotoko.
Yeah, a while ago you could see that tall striker Hanuri for Wydad.
Goes round his marker, that does it, comes into the 80-yard box, but oh! Poor finishing.
Yeah, that was some poor finishing there from Asante Kotoko player Peter Amidu Akwa, opening himself, but that skill and the accuracy of that, talk about that dribbling nature from Peter Amidu Akwa. Good one to skip past his marker, but that final delivery there was way too poor. Ball being won by Asante Kotoko, and they spread play to the left-hand side. And let's see what they can do this time. Peter Amiduakwa with the ball. Try to skip past his marker, lays the pass, but quickly wet. Ball still in possession with Asante Kotoko. It's a Wydad team who comes out there with a lightning attack, and let's see what they can do. Ball with Lodge. He spreads the play to Hanirui. What Hanirui will do with his ball. Try to keep the ball in possession. Good recovery there from the Asante Kotoko, but still the boys with Wydad, Northern Amabat, spread the play. Good reading there from Asante Kotoko player Samba O'Neill with that. Ball still with. That was some close contact there from the Wydad Athletic. This is what they are known for. They can turn the heat within a split second, and look at that low drive there.
Yeah, and that was very close. Player left unmarked in the vital area, and obviously a cardinal mistake by Kumasi Asante Kotoko, but the Moroccans could not take the advantage, as it were.
Yeah, this is what Asante Kotoko needs to be looking out for. The Moroccan team, Wydad, they are very, very smart, and they can turn things around. That ball there was just waiting for a touch. A touch from the Wydad team player would have been a goal. The ball, it's a low drive, beating everyone, including the goalkeeper of Asante Kotoko. Jata with that drive. But Asante Kotoko will be glad to see that going wayward. And Kamara will start off the play from the back.
Kotoko will come forward yet again as we gradually approach the 35th minute mark in the first half of this encounter. It's still goalless, and Wydad Athletic holding their heads high. It's been an even balance in the game. And for many a fan of Kumasi Asante Kotoko, they would have wished that at least they would have been a goal up, if not two. Wydad have played quite well. They've stood tall. They have swallowed everything that Kotoko has brought to them. And eventually the ball goes over the line, advantage throwing to Kumasi Asante Kotoko.
Yeah, the Wydad team, that's what they are known for. Playing away from home, they'll do everything possible to frustrate the opponent. That's what they've been able to do so far.
And there you see a fan in the stand telling them to move forward. And Kotoko would do just that. There's a long ball into the 18-yard box to the far side, a bit overhit.
Yeah, the idea was there to spread play to the other side of the width, but not a good reading there from Kotoko player. And the Wydad team will be glad to see that going out.
Throwing quickly affected by the Moroccans. It's a big boot for a clearance. It's dangerously hanging in the 18-yard box. And eventually they work themselves out of trouble. Surge forward now through Lodge. Lodge's long pass. Can it be kept in play? Nicely shadowed by Samba.
Yeah, that was a good one there from Samba O'Neill. A body check there on Northern Amrabat, knowing how experienced Amrabat is. And that check there from Samba O'Neill.
Fine elaboration, ball is taken away from him, but referee notices an infringement in the process. The advantage will still stay with Asante Kotoko. Oh, trapped nicely there, but there you see a strong challenge.
Yeah, a good challenge there from the Wydad team. They're always going to press and not allowing Asante Kotoko to have that space of freedom to play that possession football they always want to do.
And like we said earlier on, everything Kotoko have thrown at the Moroccans, they've been able to weather the storm. Come forward now, it's a lovely pass. Good sliding tackle. But them two players leave him free. There's a chance for Morocco. The clearance not the best by Asante Kotoko, but why did they take their eye off the ball?
Yeah, Asante Kotoko leaving dangerously. And you can see this man here, Northern Amrabat, very experienced. You might not see a lot from him. He's not having that pace of a 38-year-old man, but he knows where to get in positions that is going to hurt the defense of Asante Kotoko. And look at that. That could have been a goal for Wydad.
Meanwhile, on the other end of the field, player goes down, appeals for the free kick. And I'm not sure referee would have sympathy.
Yeah, player down there is
on the player, yeah.
Albert Amwa, and you can see that Asante Kotoko is one player who is always going to get the goals for Asante Kotoko. Here is the technical team of Wydad, the coach.
Oh, the goalkeeper can afford to have a good time with the ball.
Yeah, showing a piece of skill there, the juggling nature.
Here and there, just keeping himself fresh and warm.
I must say Albert Anwa has been quiet so far in this game as a result of not getting that supplies he needs and wants from his colleagues. He's been wanting his colleagues to pull up those passes so he can run at the defense of Wydad. But let's give credits to the defense of Wydad. They have been able to be compact and resolute enough to keep shy away of the threat coming from the Asante Kotoko attackers.
Opportunities once again coming the way of the Moroccans. Kamara makes himself large.
Yeah, that's some good reading there from the goalkeeper Kamara. He did so much well, made himself big there to close the angle from a Wydad player to get something out of that. As some past few minutes, it's Asante Kotoko who are not really doing good with their defensive duties. That can make Wydad grow in confidence there, but that was a stern warning there from the referee on the Northern Amrabat. Knows that as a foul there, and he complains that that is a body shoulder to his opponent. Referee not falling for that.
Free kick to Asante Kotoko with 5 minutes to half time. Amrabat has been one of the busiest players on the field for the Moroccans. Involved with almost every move that they have. Kotoko gave the ball away, and it's now a turntable of a ride for the Moroccans as they come forward. On the near side is Lodge. Tries to open up the game. Asante Kotoko will defend Karandu. Runs into the billboard. He's okay. Kotoko will come forward through the middle. A little bit of heckling there. Referee says let the game continue. Can he go past his marker? Leaves the ball behind, but he picks it up again. And unfortunately, he gives the ball away. The Moroccans have the advantage now as they try and cut through the middle. Good tackle. But that was fair. I thought that was a fair tackle. But not only is he penalized, but he's also shown the yellow card. Now we see it. Player comes through, and that was a strong tackle. Did he get to the ball? Yes, he got his feet to the ball, but the referee was the closest to the spot. Free kick advantage it will be for the Moroccans. Dangerous times now for the Porcupine Warriors. They'll have to do a lot of defending. And Patrick Asiedu goes into the referee's books for that challenge on the Moroccan. There's a yellow card disadvantage, I should say, to Kotoko. But it's Morocco who have an opportunity. It goes over the top. Coming very close, but yet very far. But the Moroccans are showing that they will be no mere pushovers in this game. They know exactly why they're here. They're strong in contention, and it's no fluke that they are lying on the second position on the league table as far as the league is concerned. Player goes down, and again the fans are not too happy. This time is a yellow card shown the other way. Moroccans living dangerously at this stage. It is Ferreira Oliveira who goes into the referee.
QuickBooks gives me the superpower to automate my invoices, track expenses, and get paid fast. And Kotoko will come forward.
Pass lay through. Can he get in the decent cross? Good tackle by the Moroccans. They are defending gallantly at the stage, the Moroccans. Corner kick. It's a corner kick to Asante Kotoko. As we get into the dying embers of the first half. Swinging nicely. The connection comes back, but there's no one there to connect. Still in play though, against his opponents. It's a strong tackle. The Moroccans have it, but referee says no. That was unfair challenge. 45 minutes of action we've seen here, 2 minutes of add-on time. And that was a foul that has brought about the resultant free kick to Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Behind the ball is Neymar Fusaini. Can he whip him? A curling right-footed into enemy territory. Quick caution there from center referee. Karim Zito looks on closely. Swung in by Neymar. Goes above everybody's head, over the line, throw-in advantage. Captain to lead by example, Samba O'Neill comes up for every set piece. It's a throw-in advantage to work, and there we see from the replay a bit too flighted from Walid. Over the line again, careful defending by the Moroccans. Good ball control now, can we fight for it? The Moroccans have the advantage, they push forward. And anytime the Moroccans come forward, it looks threatening. But they have not taken advantage of the situation. Referee blows his whistle for the end of the first 45 minutes. It's been end-to-end action here at the Accra Sports Stadium. Kamara has been called to duty several times in this game, but he's been combining effectively with Samba O'Neill, taking instructions from the captain. He's been very alert. Head coach of the Moroccan team walks into the halftime break knowing that half the job is done here in Accra. But obviously there will be a lot more to look forward to in the second half of this game, where the likes of Lord Amwa, Albert Amwa and co will have to come into play in this game. We will go in for the halftime break, but definitely a lot more coming your way in the second half. It's halftime here at the Accra Stadium, and at halftime, it's Asante Kotoko 0, Wydad Athletic Club 0.
no goal to Kumasi Asante Kotoko, the home team, and no goal to the away side, Wydad Athletic Club. I'm sure they will be the happier of the two teams after the first 45 minutes of action. Kotoko need to score to make the second leg relatively easier for them. Wydad will be very happy if the game ends in a stalemate because we know what they can do up north in Casablanca. My pundits are still here with me. I'm going to be taking their thoughts on what they saw after the first 45 minutes. But our prediction series is still on. If you want to go away with that very special prize, all you have to do will be to predict the outcome of this game. Just dial star 920 star 84 hash, star 920 star 84 hash, and follow the prompts. And of course, you will be good to go. You could be going away with something very, very special after 90 minutes of action. Let me take the thoughts of my pundits after the first 45 minutes. Let me start with you, Bash, on this one. It's been a 45 minutes of so-so. As many Kotoko fans would have hoped that they were a goal up by now, but it's not really been the case. I mean, what's been missing for the Reds?
Yeah, I think the scoreline fits with that Casablanca strategy going into this game. I think they'll be very pleased with how the game has gone so far. Kotoko has not really threatened them going forward. They've been dominant in terms of possession, but there's no real threats in the final third. Their best chance in the first half came from a set piece. Unfortunately, they failed to tap in that opportunity. But then, Wydad also had chances of their own. I think Lodge had the best chance of the game when it was true on goal, but he could only shoot straight at Camara. So I think in the first half, it's been a game I suspect was how it was going to pan out, because I didn't think Wydad were going to carry too much threats going forward. But for Kotoko, I'm very disappointed in terms of how they approached the game in the final third. They've not managed to break down with that low block. Anytime Kotoko is in possession, you can see that Wydad are defending very deep. Kotoko have not really found an antidote to how they can hurt Wydad when they are defending very deep. So the first half has gone maybe perhaps the way Wydad wants it. It's still 0-0. Kotoko can be very proud defensively how they've performed, because it's very important you don't concede a goal. So for now, I can say that in as much as Wydad can be very happy with the results, Kotoko can equally be glad that they've not conceded a goal going into the first half.
We get to see the highlights of the first 45 minutes of action. I'm sure there are many of you out there watching this game who would have hoped that one of the opportunities that fell to Kumasi Asante Kotoko would have been taken. As we go through those moments, we also have our own conversations in here on what we saw, and of course what Kotoko can do differently if they want to get the results before they plane to Casablanca. Yeah, sorry, Nana, on the back of what we've seen in the first 45 minutes, it's fair to say that Wydad will be happier of the two sides.
Of course. You know, you are the away team, and first half, you've not let in any goal in your net. You will be happier side getting into the tunnel for the recess for the second half to start. They would love to see, looking at the home side, getting into the tunnel with their head down, looking frustrated because they've not really shown any threat in terms of going up front to see if they can get something out of the defense of Wydad. And I kept saying that in the first half, Asante Kotoko needs to map up a strategy to be compact in defense. In the first half, they've done it. But what about the up front? We've not really seen anything. We've not really seen any threat coming from Asante Kotoko. Where are the supplies getting to Albert Amwa? We know what Albert Amwa can do when you give him the supplies. But are the supplies getting to Albert Amwa? We've not seen any of the supplies getting to Albert Amwa. So I'm sure Wydad, on the other side, they have got some incursions which didn't really yield any result, because Camara came out strong to deny the Wydad. His reading was good on the part of Camara to deny Wydad about two opportunities there from the Wydad team, and Camara came out strong there, minimizing the angle for the attacker of the Wydad player, and couldn't get that. So for me, I feel Wydad, when they attack, you can see the urgency coming from them. But we've not really seen that from Asante Kotoko. The supplies are not getting to Albert Amwa, and they need to do something getting into the second half.
Bash, Kotoko have to find a way of getting Amwa into this game. We know how lethal he can be up front for the Reds. At this point, the supplies to him have not been great. The services are not coming from the middle of the park. How is Kotoko going to score if their opponents continue to cut out the supplies?
Look, Amwa is not a type of player that likes to strike with his back facing the post. So it's kind of very difficult because they're playing an open and expansive football. So it's very difficult to find him with his kind of runs behind the defenders and all of that. So that is where they need to count on their midfielders to pop up with a goal. Probably they should try a set piece opportunity or something. So I'm not really surprised that the best for Kumasi Asante Kotoko came from a set piece position. I mean, they need to get probably their wingers more into play. They need to try run at them because, like I said, they are defending very deep. So you need to have a go at them. You need to test that their defensive shape. Maybe put in a lot more crosses, try to dribble them and all of that. And hopefully, Kotoko can get something out of that. But in as much as they are doing that, they have to be very wary of the threats they also carry going forward. I think in the first half, they've managed to neutralize that. Wydad have not really shown ambition. What I've seen in that first half shows that there is no significant difference between Wydad and Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Perhaps the difference is in mentality, whereas Wydad are very confident that at any point they can change the game. Kotoko seem to fall down by every missed opportunity. They need to believe in themselves more. They need to keep going forward, try to create the opportunities, and hopefully if they can get a goal out of that, fine. If not, it is very important they don't concede a goal in this first leg.
At this point, Nana, I'm sure there are fans here who will be hoping that Karim Zito will be able to come up with, another tactical plan that could possibly outwit the Moroccans. What does Zito have to do differently from what we did see in the first 45 minutes?
I think he has to go to the mentality of the players. This is a very intense leg. And, when the first half does not go on well or the plan does not go on well, some players tend to lose morale. But that is where you need to psych the boys up that you can do it. Still build that momentum in them, that in the second half, tweak certain things in terms of the formation, the plan, and the tactics, getting into it. My brother made mention of the midfield coming into the party. So many times you see the wingers, they have the ball over elaboration on their part. You need to just make it quick because you might see your colleague making the surging run. You need to just pile in the ball fast enough so that they can also get on it. But sometimes they keep the ball to themselves, and the Wydad team, when you keep the ball to themselves, they tend to pile up a lot of players around you, and at the end you can't really get the delivery you are searching for. So for me, I feel Karim Zito has watched how the Wydad team have set up, and in the second half, you need to map up a strategy. If things are not going on well with Albert Amwa, then the midfielders need to also compound the midfield and try to shoot from afar. Try to set up a defense splitting pass that the wingers can also fall in to join the attack. And I think when they mount a lot of pressure on the defense of Wydad, they can get something out of it. They are not extraordinary in terms of their defense. They are not really extraordinary. That incursion that we had from the set piece, that should have been a goal for Asante Kotoko. But no one was there to connect that. So I think if they keep on doing that, there might be a mistake and Kotoko can just pounce on that mistake. Yeah.
Well, at some point, all that we would want to see Kumasi Asante Kotoko get on target. But this is the challenge. In as much as Kotoko wants a goal, in as much as they would want to step up, one thing that they need to be wary of is a counter by the Moroccans. We know how deadly they can be with that. In Kotoko's search for goals, do they go for broke? Do they throw, caution to the wind and just keep going until they put the ball at the back of the net?
Yeah, I think it's important to be acknowledged that there is another 90 minutes of football to be played in Morocco. So it's not really prudent for Kotoko to push men or commit a lot of men forward. Because, like I said, the away goal rule applies here and it's very important. In as much as you want to score a goal, it is very important you don't concede a goal. Because in a fixture like this, a 0-0 scoreline could be a very good result. I mean, you don't concede a goal. You try as much as you can in the next phase of the game, which is the next match in the second leg. You can equally adopt a tactics to frustrate them, and you never know what will happen. There is a red card, there could be an injury that they could face or something. Anything can change the course of a game. So it's very important Kotoko focuses on this game, try as much as they can to get a goal. If not, they shouldn't concede a goal. That is very important because, like I said, if they don't concede, it is as important as getting a win in this game.
Let me get your thoughts on Wydad a bit. I mean, they would surely be happy. They're happy of the two teams at this point. Are you expecting them to still defend very deeply, like we did see so many moments in the first 45 minutes, or they might just surprise Kotoko with another game plan in the second half?
Yeah, that's what they are going to do. The first half, they know that they have really been able to soak the pressure from Kotoko. Now in the second half, they'll tweak things a bit. They'll see if they press the gas a bit and see if they can get something out of Asante Kotoko defense. Don't forget, in the first half, they did about 2 opportunities and they missed that. Aziz Key is there, Loch is there, and Hanuri too is there. We've not seen much about Northern Amrabat because, I mean, he's a 38-year-old man and the speed and the energy is not there. But the experience is there. He knows what to do with the players who have the energy up front to get on the defense.
Now I'm getting the signal
Kotoko.
that we need to cross over. So we cross over for the second 45 minutes and hopefully Kotoko gets a result.
Second half.
Of this all-important encounter between Asante Kotoko and WAC Club of Morocco. It's goalless at the end of the first 45 minutes, and WAC with the first incursion. Good block preventing Amrabat from going forward. There they come again. Once again it's Amrabat, but again the Kotoko defense live up to expectation. Lord Amwa in the right place at the right time. Strong crosser in front of goal. The Moroccans bring the ball down now. Can they get a decent crossing? They win a corner kick. from the effort of Oliveira. Good job done by Bucheta, putting the pressure on the defense of Kotoko. Just could not live up to the billing, but Asante Kotoko have a lot of defending to do now. Corner kick advantage to work. Christopher Lodge. Oh, what a goal! What a sublime goal! That was a non-drop piler of a shot. Just 1 minute into the second half. And Wydad Athletic Club of Morocco take the lead. Scenes of jubilation. Corner kick thrust in nicely by Lodge. And just look at the response. A non-drop piler of a shot from Joseph Bakasu. Kamara was in Wonderland. And that's the first goal scored by Wydad. Oh no, that was a thunderbolt of a shot. 1 goal to the good for Wydad Athletic Club. And this obviously will put a lot of pressure on the Porcupine Warriors. Joseph Bakasu, the hero of the moment. And it's Asante Kotoko nil, Wydad 1. Kotoko will fight again from the rear. This time around, they will come in as wounded lions. Copybook style goal scored by the Moroccans. And let's see how the Porcupine Warriors will take advantage and come forward.
Same creamy taste, bold new look. Nescafe Original 3-in-1. New look, same creamy taste.
It's a long ball forward once again. Goalkeeper Kamara comes forward. He handled the ball, the advantage is there. The Moroccans will certainly fight for this. Kamara, the goalkeeper, goes into the referee's books, handling the ball outside the 18-yard box. And clearly we see from the replay there, he came to narrow the angle. And that was when his hand made contact with the ball. Clearly wanting to use the long pass and the counter to advantage. And the Moroccans appealed the yellow card. Referee is going back to the goalkeeper. He's already been shown the yellow card. And that's unsportsmanlike behavior on the part of Kamara. He shoves the referee away, compounding the problems of Asante Kotoko. Before this incident, he was doing pretty well, Mohamed Kamara. But that reaction from him, obviously not the best. It shows indiscipline. It shows that he is not that disciplined at all. The incident attracted a red. He got the yellow. The Moroccans still huffed and puffed. Eventually, referee came out to show him the red, and he just shoved the referee off.
Yeah, he knew that the second coming of the referee definitely is going to be a send-off because Wydad team players went to the referee to protest that should be a red card on the part of Mohamed Kamara, and we just got that. It's going to be a tactical substitution from Asante Kotoko. Let's see what Karim Zito and his technical side will do. That's what Wydad are known for. In the first half, they soaked the pressure from Asante Kotoko, and in the second half, just tweaked things a bit, and they got a goal. Now, force a substitution from Asante Kotoko side, and definitely a sacrificial lamb. See if it's going to be Albert Tamwa.
So let's see which of the Kotoko players will have to make way. Aziz Adari is just about ready to join his colleagues on the field of play. And let's see whether Aziz Adari can hold the fort. Entry in the number 10 shirt. Amwa in the number 18 jersey. Yet to find out exactly what it is. Substitution time for Asante Kotoko. These are indeed troubling moments for the Porcupine Warriors.
Yeah, very troubling moments from Asante Kotoko side.
We'll confirm in a minute who goes off. And it looks like it's Walid Neymar. Confirm that, but Aziz Adari gets onto the field. And Peter Amidou is also being sacrificed. The fans are not too happy. Emmanuel entry comes on for Aminu Akwa.
Oh, that's a tactical side from Karim Zito, keeping Albert Amwa in and bringing in some players to see if they can still be compact.
Free kick advantage to the Moroccans is a wasted effort, but they still have the advantage and the opportunity. Asante Kotoko try their very best to get the ball away from danger zone. It's a quick return by the Moroccans. And that's Entry's first touch, gives the ball away. The Moroccans are looking solid with possession. It comes to Amrabat. Decent crossing. And eventually the shot goes off target.
Yeah, that was an off target there from Wydad. But some good flick there from Northern Amrabat. Look at the return of the ball. Player who is down, and this is what you get from the North African side, especially when they are up by a goal. They are going to do everything possible to get on your nerves. Oh, that was unacceptable there from Albert Amwa.
Yeah. Unsportsmanlike behavior. Hands trailing in the air. So Aziz Dari steps into some big shoes now. His side is down by 1. And let's see what contribution he will bring to ensure that at least parity is observed, if not a win. Karim Zito, obviously not a happy coach at this stage. And the fans are not too happy with the time-wasting gestures of the Moroccans.
Yeah, you see that even not only the fans but the technical side of Asante Kotoko keep pointing to match commissioner that you should look at the time and look here. Zito also. There's too much time wasting from.
That's a worried coach.
Yeah.
Karim Zito. played in this series before for Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Those days it was then known as the Club's Championship Cup.
A word of caution from the referee to Albert Amoa. And that stand warning will be his last warning. Done 56 minutes at Accra Sports Stadium, and it is Wydad Athletic 1, Asante Kotoko 0.
Game will continue as 56 minutes gone. It's a tall order for the Porcupine Warriors. Something that they've been able to do before. Pull the chestnut out of the blazing fire, and there Kumasi Asante Kotoko come forward yet again with all intents and purposes. They're looking for the opportunity. The opportunity is still there, but this time it's blasted wide.
That you can see that a good surging forward up from Asante Kotoko. A first touch from Albert Amoa. Was not a good one. Cross there, Albert Amoa lose that control, but second one up from his colleague. It's always going to fly wide.
At this stage, Asante Kotoko would have to do a lot of pressing if their intentions are to catch the Moroccans off break. Good defending on the part of Mufid. Came on a while ago, and obviously would want to put a lot of pressure on his opponents. Asante Kotoko will have a lot of defending to do at this stage. They try and work through the middle, but you realize that the Moroccans have overcrowded and outcrowded them in the middle. Kotoko comes through the flanks this time around. Good ball control, the flag goes up.
Yeah, that was some good idea there from Asante Kotoko, but see, that was very, very thin there. Why that team did that offside trap, and they succeeded on that part, and it's going to be free kick for Wydad.
Free kick advantage. Asante Kotoko would have to play their A game from the stage. Maribisito has been on his feet for majority of the game. Kotoko have an advantage of a throw-in. No challenger for the heading opportunity at all. Kotoko still have an advantage. Henry, Ansu and Cole waiting for their opportunity. There was a push from behind. The referee saw that it was coming.
Yeah.
And there's a yellow card.
Yeah.
I guess it's been shown to the captain, Amrabat.
Yeah. Now then Amrabat knows what he was doing. And he goes to the referee and he asks the referee that why that card, but the referee spotted that. Let's take a look here.
That was a sweet ball. That entry timed his run very well. And then eventually the ball was cleared out. It's a free kick advantage to Kotoko.
Yeah, so yellow card being shown to Nordin Amrabat, the number 11 jersey for Wydad.
Yeah. We've played 1 hour. And we're into the last half hour. Very poorly taken free kick. Flag is already up for offside.
Yeah. You can see the fans, Asante Kotoko here, thinking that could have been a savior for them, but Albert Amoa was clean offside on that part.
Amrabat expecting the return. The player is pushed from behind. The referee gives the advantage of the free kick. To all intents and purposes, the Moroccans are looking very comfortable. Under no pressure at all, and they're leading by a goal. Asante beats into the heading duel, recovers and picks the ball up. Kotoko on the offensive, nicely blocked by the Moroccans. You've got two players down.
See Lamirat down there. Winston in pain. It was a 50-50 ball there. He went in with Emmanuel. And in this period of time, Asante Kotoko is going to fight for every 50-50 challenge. Down by a goal, down by a man too as well. And they are not going to leave any easy route for Wydad. Temporary hold up as players from the Wydad team see treatment.
Tough encounter it has been for Kumasi Asante Kotoko, especially in the second half, and they had to go down early by a goal. A lot more time wasting, and the referee would have to be stern on the Moroccans.
Yeah, I can see the referee.
The technical brains of the team.
The referee has his yellow card out already, and definitely he's going to show that on the Wydad player for time wasting.
Well, Lamirat has been put on the stretcher, and he receives the yellow card in the process. Time definitely not on the part of Kumasi Asante Kotoko, and they will fight every delay tactic employed by the Moroccans. Kotoko come forward. Looking for the cross. It's curled in, but it's booted out nicely. The Moroccans on the offensive tried to catch Aziz Dari, but very alert to his responsibilities. Similar circumstances, if you remember, in the 2002 Africa Cup Winners' Cup final. Player goes down, Kotoko have an opportunity, and the fans would want to cheer the team up. It was a daring run towards enemy territory. Akasu, confirmation of the yellow card. But Kotoko have a player down. And there you saw the heckling going on in the area. Abul Fath goes into the referee's box.
Yeah, so this is what we should be seeing from Albert Amoah. You know, he is very pacey. He has that strength and that pacey nature to run the defense of any opponent. But that is going to come out, or we are going to see that from him if he gets that supplies of that long section balls, so he can run out of defense of Wydad. And if that is not coming, you're not going to see that services coming from Albert Amoah. He just did that, and he has gotten a free kick in a very dangerous position for Asante Kotoko. Let's see what Asante Kotoko can do with this free kick.
And the fans have already started screaming for a goal. Fans are screaming for a goal as the goalkeeper gets ready.
After this fufu and pepper soup, I go score goals like them the dash points.
Kibo 100% natural hot pepper. Good for your jollof, stew, soup, shito, spaghetti, and noodles. Kibo hot pepper.
I'm a match winner, but the real champion is Kibo 100% natural hot pepper. Champion taste.
Now, 10% extra pepper in each pack.
This advert is FDA approved.
That opportunity is gone.
The idea was there, but the execution, Emmanuel Entry, not what they were expecting from. Now you can see that dummy there by Emmanuel Entry stepped in, and that is going to rise. Not going to trouble the Wydad goalkeeper, but that could have been an opportunity for Asante Kotoko to cancel that goal that being scored by Wydad, but he missed that.
67 minutes gone in the game. Kotoko 0, Wydad 1. That's the scoreline here from the Accra Sports Stadium. Is Kotoko ready to take all the free kicks as quickly as they can? Coach Karim Zito is obviously not a happy coach at this stage. But the Moroccans come forward, lovely pass. They've got men up ahead. There are two men in place. Shared tagging, Aziz Dari to the rescue. Good reading there from Aziz Dari. Saw that danger coming and he just gathers himself up. Very confident from Aziz Dari. Manuel Entry still with the ball. Entry does well, sends in the chip. There's nobody there. Nobody at all. Thank you very much, say the Moroccans. And they blast it away. A moment ago there, Manuel Entry with that surge and run, but cross will meet anyone in a red shirt from Asante Kotoko. Strong running there on the part of Asante Kotoko, and then they win the advantage. Substitution time. The Moroccans are looking at pulling off the dreaded Amrabat Nuruddin, bringing on some fresh limbs. He's played his part, off he goes. And Walid Nassi takes his position. Tactical play by the Moroccans. They're leading by 1 goal to 0. They can afford a lot of defending. That tactical there from Wydad, technical side. Not in Amabat. Derry ran into the 18-yard box. He pushes the ball on a bit too far. Oh, calamity. When the corner kick for his effort though. Yeah, that's a good one there. The idea was there, cut through nicely, but this was the last pass that really let him down. Yeah. That last touch there let him down there, too much on it. But he wins a corner. Let's see what he can do with this. Been swung in, but dealt with by the Wydad defense. Pressure still a mountain on the Wydad team as Asante Kotoko wins a throw in, but the referee has called for a temporary halt. Looks more like a water break. Yeah. But for Asante Kotoko, time definitely is not on their side. They need to rethink the tactics, and they need to, put in some forceful efforts towards goal. The Moroccans at the moment are rather playing as if they are the home side, and Kotoko making all the pushes, all the incursions that they can. These fans are not too happy with the result so far. They would want at least a draw here. Don't forget, the Moroccans have an away goal
Yeah.
And so that away goal can count a lot. The fans are here in their numbers, the supporters are here in their numbers, Ghanaians are here in their numbers. And they will have to lift up their game. Aziz came into the game latter part of the second half after Kamara was shown the red card. More fresh limbs coming on board. Inusa Adam goes up for Donzo. Do well, they keep the ball in place, a long ball forward, Kotoko will receive and reorganize. Who was that pass meant for? The Moroccans have an advantage. There's two players who are unmarked. Lots of hustling and jostling, and eventually Kotoko weathered the storm. But that was so uncalled for.
So uncalled for there from Kotoko. Trying to build from the back, but that kind of passes, if not read well and not accurate enough, can cost you dearly. And in that hasty moment, they lose possession, and it's Wydad gonna enjoy possession from a throw-in. Aziz Key. Very workaholic player for Wydad Athletic.
Kotoko have been so unfortunate, nearly paid dearly for that howler. The Moroccans still lead comfortably by 1-0. They are appealing for the corner kick, and I think they have it. So says the referee. And again, it's out of nothing. The Moroccans create the chances, and then they catch the defense of Kotoko unawares.
Yeah.
That's where the danger lies.
Yeah.
And NY, this tells me that the second leg is not going to be a mere formality.
And they've seen that Kotoko is down by a man, and they scored. So definitely gonna still.
Dari does well to go down first. Point blank save. And again, out of nothing, the Moroccans are creating the chances. Goes past one. Still daring through. Not this time. But where is the counter-attack of the Porcupine Warriors? They've been caught flat-footed a few times. And for the Moroccans, it's been a straight walk in the park. There they go again. Lodge. Strong run by Lodge. He's got two players in the 18-yard box. It's a wasted effort.
Yeah, wasted effort there from Lodge. That surging run should have cut it up with a good delivery. You can see from his coach. Not so happy from that cross delivery from Lodge. But still, Asante Kotoko is going to apply their way through the width there. Cross being dealt with from the Wydad defense. It's going to be a corner kick for Asante Kotoko.
Well, Kotoko are not doing something right. They create possession, they create the openings, they move into the openings. The final delivery has almost always let them down.
That's what is costing them, and that can also tell you the score line. Now they have a corner, and let's see what he can do with this.
Still in the 18-yard box, and Kotoko back in the game. But no, flag is already up. Flag is up, that won't count.
Yeah, that is not going to count. And let's take a look again. That was a good header there. And you can see that,
The assistant referee got it spot on. He was right.
Yeah.
He was caught flat-footed. The movement was a bit late.
Yeah. It's a thin one there, and maybe a different assistant would have not seen that, but I was spot on from the assistant referee. And scoreline still remains the same. Wydad Athletic 1, Asante Kotoko 0.
Good move by WAC of Morocco. This time Kotoko doubled the numbers. And so they send it all the way back to their goalkeeper, Benabi. Meanwhile, there's a WAC here down. And the referee will see to it that he's taken care of. Hanouri walking close to his colleague. Hanouri has 2 goals in the Moroccan league for WAC. But today he's been eclipsed and clipped totally by the defense of Kotoko.
Yeah, he's a strong lad, and many a times he's spearhead attack for Wydad Athletic, but today Kotoko defense have done decent work on him, but not well enough to be down by a goal.
Signals are that he needs to be substituted. Not too sure whether he'll be fit enough to continue the game. But the game will continue with a free kick to Kotoko. It's 78 minutes play. Too strong the free kick. Gifting the opportunity back to the visitors. Kotoko still trailed by a 0-1 margin. Aziz with a mighty clearance into the half of the opponent. Again, the opportunities not coming the way of Kotoko. Especially in this second half, 2 players clash. One remains on the turf, and that's a Moroccan. Kotoko will defend gallantly. Tries to cut through the middle, lays on the pass. The shot is blocked and eventually booted away. The Moroccans keep the ball to themselves. It's drilled into the 18-yard box. And it's Aziz on timely duty. Another WAC player goes down. Time-wasting tactics employed by the Moroccans. Player goes down again. Oh, these Moroccans are good at time wasting. He went in for the solid clearance.
Yeah.
And then he ends up hurt. Substitution time for the Moroccans. And Tumisan fancies his chances of playing a bit part in today's game. So on he comes, takes place of them launch. Looks like Kotoko have also made a substitution. We'll confirm that as soon as we have the detail. Area double. Takes a bow. Seth Kojo joins his colleagues on the field of play. Yet another substitution coming up for the Moroccans. We are 9 minutes shy of the final whistle. The technical team and the technical display employed by head coach today. One more substitution by the Moroccans. And obviously, referee will have to get involved with this time delay tactics by the Moroccans as he gingerly walks off the field. Azizki is off and Osama is on.
Yeah, Azizki, very alcoholic player. Done a lot of running for Wydad Athletic. A tactical substitution from Wydad side, bringing in fresh legs. Now looking at the time, we'll be looking forward to manage the game. Juggling nature from the Wydad goalkeeper. Not in a haste to get the game going.
It's a one-on-one situation in the 18-yard box. Clearance is not as good enough. The Moroccans win a corner kick.
Good clearance there from Samba O'Neill.
Dari. He's been called into action a few times since he came on for Kamara. Shot on target, and that's another block. And again, NY, it's out of nothing. The Moroccans are creating the opportunities and the chances.
Yeah, that is what Wydad are known for. You leave them split second and they're going to hurt you. And that shot there would have been a second goal for Wydad if not Kotoko defender not in a post. Look at that. Just didn't think twice, blasted that, and that player in the air post there came to the rescue for denying Wydad a second goal.
Yes, so finally my child is going back to school. This is when they need nourishment and energy the most, because every tackle, every run, every shot demands a lot of energy. The more they play, the more energy they use. Get your kids ready for school with our special edition tins and the Milo energy you trust. Milo, energy to go further.
Milo! Any add-on time to defend their one goal. Kotoko will not give up until the referee's final whistle. Here they come. Header into the 18-yard box, and again there are no red shirts to chase after that. The Moroccans have the advantage. Kotoko would weather the storm. Oh, an unfortunate slip.
You could see the idea from Samba O'Neill, but I thought that was over elaboration on his part. Just make it simple and easy.
The Moroccans pick up on the pieces as they come forward now. It's looking good. Trying to open up the defense of Kotoko as they push the ball around them. Easy clearance for the Porcupine Warriors. return encounter in Morocco on Friday would be a very, very important clash if Kotoko seek to advance to the next stage of the competition. But so far, it's Kotoko who have the advantage now to the near side. It's too close. Too close to goalkeeper Ben Habib.
Yeah, Ben Habib read that from the back. He noticed that surging run from Albert Amoa, and he quickly just came out to rescue Wydad on that occasion.
Good ball control, Kotoko keep it to themselves. Now this could be an opportunity, unfortunately. Faulty pass yet again, and that's a tackle from behind. Right under the eagle eyes of the referee.
Yeah, you could see Hubert Zhao noticed that break from Wydad, and he had no choice than to bring his opponent down. But that was that miscue there from Albert Amoa, and he is not really liking the way things are going for him today. Not really seen much from Albert Amoa today.
Walid Nassi is up on his feet. Game will continue. We are in the 88th minute. Referee definitely without a few minutes of add-on time. But barring that, the Moroccans are looking at leaving Accra with a win. They have another opportunity. They try and go through the middle this time. Too many red shirts deal with it. They come away, and the counter attack yet again. It's not as fast as one would have wanted it.
They will help me there with that tackle on Albert Amoa. Asante Kotoko will start to build up. Let's see what he can do with this.
Kotoko come forward slowly but surely. There's entry on the left. Kotoko trying so very hard. Nicely done over the line. Good defending, throwing advantage. Whack of Morocco.
Yeah, Samba O'Neill knew that run coming from Hanouri of Wydad, and he quickly had to stop that tracks, going down without clearance.
Morocco hold on to the ball. Lovely cross. Bend was good. They still have the advantage though. They're not in a haste to push the ball back at all. They have one goal in the bag. They'll take all the time they need to probably get a double. Aziz saves the day. We have done 90 minutes here at the Accra Sports Stadium. And we're now playing 6 minutes of add-on time. Ball has been taken away from entry. Kotoko still have the advantage. Kotoko have 6 minutes to get themselves back into the game.
Yeah, Kotoko is trying as much as possible to get some space to go through, but Wydad are very compact with their defensive duties, and it's making things difficult for Asante Kotoko.
Finding it difficult to beat the defense of the Moroccans, and then eventually, personally, I thought that was very unnecessary.
Yeah, that was a wrong move there of picking that pass from Asante Kotoko. You have a lot of red shirt men up in the defense of Wydad. Keep it short and simple. And many a times they go with that kind of option, and they lose the final third. Wydad are very happy to see that from Asante Kotoko. not troubling their defense whatsoever.
Careful build-up by the Moroccans. They win for themselves a throw-in. Minuakwa had to be sacrificed and Kamara was shown the red card. The Moroccans are at it again as they look at coming forward. Kotoko win a free kick. Aziz exhibiting a very long free kick. Intercepted by the Moroccans. Kotoko will push their backs against the wall, the Moroccans. Over the line, it will go throwing to Wydad. Lovely pass through. Entry goes into the 18-yard box. It goes down. He's appealing for the penalty, but I think this was a bit too soft.
I just don't know why Emmanuel Entry just went down there. He was still in possession of the ball, and I was thinking he should still move on and get a cross into the box. That was a lovely build up there from Albert Amwa to Emmanuel Entry, still in possession with the ball, and he decided to just go down.
Goalkeeper Benabid gets the ball away from danger zone. Again, Kotoko. Let's see how fast this break will be through the middle. I think the referee got it spot on. He's whistled for a free kick, and it was because there was hand pulling. Yeah.
That was a dazzling nature there from that player, Hubert Jau. Very skillful. Pull away from his marker there, and
it looks like the fans of Kotoko have given up. The noise, the din, it's all died down. But it's not over. We've got less than 3 minutes to wrap it all up.
Yeah. Captain Samba O'Neill behind the ball. Asante Kotoko. Let's see what they'll do with this.
Advantage to Kotoko. Samba can deliver from a distance. Lays on the pass. And Kotoko win a corner kick.
Yeah, took a deflection there from a wide-out player. Asante Kotoko will be delighted to have this corner. See technical side from Asante Kotoko, still delivering.
Corner kick to Kumasi Asante Kotoko. One of their last ditched efforts. Ball goes over the line for yet another corner kick. Yet another corner kick. Decides to go the long way. It's long, it's deep, it's headed on. But straight into the waiting arms of goalkeeper Benabi.
Yeah, that was a good connection there from a header. But Benabi was also right on that spot to deny Asante Kotoko for getting that goal. A strong header there, but Benabi also noticed that and just does that easy work to deny Asante Kotoko for getting that goal. Not what the fans of Asante Kotoko expected. Wydad will be happy going home with this positive result.
Gave 6 minutes of add-on time. We have done the 6 minutes of add-on time. And the Moroccans, they came, they saw, they have conquered. and still creating opportunities. Wydad has played quite a tactical game and it has worked for them. They've had Kotoko chasing shadows throughout the second half. Kotoko are yet to break down that defense, but they have another opportunity as they come forward. Good tackle. It's a corner kick to the Porcupine Warriors. A last-ditched effort signals for a change. The Moroccans believe that they still need fresh limbs, and time is already up. But Rahi is looking at coming on. Referee says no. Let the corner kick be effected first. Corner kick is a very short one. Kotoko into the 18-yard box, appeals for the penalty. They didn't get it again the second time around, and it cannons off the body for yet another corner kick. Drilled in this time around. Player was left unmarked, but his header went completely off target.
Moments ago, I was thinking that could have been the last draw for Asante Kotoko to get something out of that. I mean, Samba O'Neill's header couldn't keep it down to wet the keeper of Wydad. And Wydad Athletic will be very much happy to see that going way off target. And there's a substitution coming from Wydad. Mohamed Ray going in.
Referee blows his whistle to signify the end of the match. Tough game it has been for Kumasi Asante Kotoko, Ghana's representatives in the Confederations Cup. Wydad Athletic Club of Morocco came, they saw, and they've beaten Kumasi Asante Kotoko by 1-0 here at the Accra Sports Stadium. Lots of huffing and puffing by the Porcupine Warriors, but they couldn't make it. And so the Moroccans will be going back to Morocco and will be waiting for Kotoko in the return encounter due to be played in Morocco. Tough luck for the Porcupine Warriors. Good enough luck for the Moroccans. They congratulate themselves. And once they've secured the away goal, they will believe that the second leg will be a mere formality for them. This is where Kumasi Asante Kotoko will also have to go all out to redeem their image by at least getting back into the game in terms of their scoreline, and then see whether they can win and win convincingly. But 90 minutes of action, and it's the Moroccans who fly high at the end of it all. Very uncompromising game for the Porcupine Warriors, but they definitely would live to fight another day, as the Moroccans will go back with that single away goal. Final score here at the Accra Sports Stadium in the Confederations Cup match for the second round is Kumasi Asante Kotoko 0, Wydad Athletic Club 1.
Okay. Yes. What is men can in Yamaya Domana Oba? Men can in Yamaya Domana Oba na Edinko. But from Kumasi to Accra, not Jenny to say.
Because young people only be able to do some training. I damn minute down.
Okay.
And management, now become my own owner. The boys another
General Manager SK.
General Manager account. Make us so fantastic. Maybe I tell me to keep on and I'm my teacher. Maybe I now move the car or see like I said, never will take what from the players to bed. Sending in your back. Never, we are sending your back to you. And then, like I said, anywhere to the Yamaha. I don't know. You're going on the vampire there. I'll pay the pictures.
Mashallah.
The boss, my seven. And I did 3 tomorrow. Wow.
Wow. Sure. Mashallah.